The Levante Brewery. This business is located in Westchester, Pennsylvania, where a few university graduates turned a dream into a reality. Eric and Tim are the founders of Levante Brewery, and their journey began, like most other brewers, by starting out in a small kitchen wanting to create the perfect beer. Their motto is elevate your craft as well as your community. Their value started as a company with $1 million, and after a year of diligence and hard work, it grew to about $2 million. Their most popular IPA beer would be called the Chief. Other solid sellers behind that were the Panic Room, Cloudy and Cumbersome, and the Dark Side of the Coconut. Now, obviously, creating these high-quality craft brews has some costs. Some fixed resources listed below would be rent, hourly wages, ingredients for beer, including hops, grains, yeast. Would follow insurance, depreciation, and interest expenses. Some variable resources, however, would be utilities, licensing fees, and the manufacturing process of packaged items. After the costs are understood and accounted for, we start to see the active production and sale of beer. Some of the outputs include beer that is sold on a monthly basis, which is broken down into 32,000 pints, which equal 4,000 gallons, to 120 barrels, equating to 4 batches of beer a month. Levante Brewery sells 1 pint of beer for $6. Ingredients that were mentioned earlier cost roughly $28,800 a month. Labor costs also equate to $7,680 a month, while water costs roughly range from $700 to $800 a month, with rent and utilities costing a concrete $4,000 a month. The revenues after expenses would be about $150,720 a month. Since they sell 1 pint of beer for $6, they are profiting $4.71. It costs them $1.29 to make 1 pint of beer. This leaves them with a profit margin of 465.12%, which may seem like a lot, but it's directly on track with other early startup brewers. Levante and their competitors sell their beer for around the same price per unit and per pint. Their competitors are other local breweries in the area of Westchester, Pennsylvania, ranging all the way to Allentown. They watch about 157 other breweries to analyze their competitors on a constant basis to provide them more insight into their competitive advantage. Because of such close monitoring and hard work, Levante is rated top brewery in the Chester County area. They don't want to be perceived as a bar that most average Joes searching for a light beer would wander off to. Levante's taproom doesn't have TVs because they want to keep a social environment where communication leads all other sources of value. There is music, however. Their idea is not to have people engaged in technology the way that they would be outside of the business. Levante wants to keep their journey consistent and enjoyable because the journey is just as important as the destination.